everyone's missing.
Yeah.
It's like, where is everyone?
How can they call them illegals when they're pulling them out of courtrooms? And how can they call them lazy when they're pulling them off their jobs? It's like it's all just for show. It's all just somebody to hate. You always need somebody to point the finger at of the blame. You know, and the real blame is at the very top. It's not at the bottom. It's at the top.
Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup.
This is Ashley with Status Coup.
On the ground.
In Philadelphia.
Flint, Michigan. East Palestine, Ohio. Please support the leading independent news outlet on the ground.
Covering what the corporate media covers up. This is Ashley Bishop of Status Coup. John Farina and I are on the ground outside of 26 Federal Plaza in New York City. Immigration court is held here in Manhattan in this building, and people have been showing up for their scheduled hearings there, only to be detained on site by ICE agents over the last few months. Many have been quietly whisked away from the building's upper floors to a makeshift detention center on the 10th floor, sometimes held for days without beds and basic care.
I know how they must feel being separated from their loved ones, don't know the fate of their loved ones. Same as me 11 years ago. When I was first told that my son had been murdered, I didn't know which way to go, which way to turn. And, you know, if it wasn't for some good people like it's out here now, I don't know what I would have done. So I just tell the people who's out here now to keep on praying, don't give up. We can't give up. As you see, 11 years later, I'm still out here. I will never let any of them forget my son. Eric Garner is going to go down in history. We will not forget. I will keep lifting up his name. We all should say his name. Everybody say Eric Garner. This is the day that he died. Eric Garner.
So I am here with Gwen Carr. You are Eric Garner's mother.
Yes.
Today is the anniversary of his death in New York City. Why did you think it was important to show up today specifically for immigrants' rights on the anniversary of your son's death?
First of all, I came because it was the 11th anniversary of the murdering of my son, and I want to keep his name alive. And also I wanted to stand in solidarity with the immigrants, because I know it's a hurtful feeling to be separated from your family, not know where they are. And also because of John Lewis, who died on the same day, not the same year, but the same day that my son passed away. And we think that all of these incidents are combined, so we must stand together at all times. And I feel we must stand for something, or we might fall for anything.
I mean, given that, you know, all of this is happening during Trump's second term, is this something that you could have ever expected in this country?
No, I never expected to see the clock turned back to 1965 or earlier. I never, in my wildest dreams, I thought by the time my grandchildren came, it would be like everything would be maybe not 100%, but much further than what it is, because we're going backwards at this time.
I mean, we are. And what would you say to younger people who are kind of experiencing this right now and experiencing, maybe this is, you know, their coming of age moment, and they're coming of age at a time where, as you said, the U.S. is going backwards very quickly. What message would you give them?
I would say to the young people, be aware of what's going on. And when you become of age to vote, make sure you vote, because your vote counts. Now, you can see with this administration where so many people didn't vote, and as they would have voted, we might have had a different administration. So, and, you know, stand tall and pay attention to what's going on, because it's very important, and they are our future.
Do you have any final message for viewers of Status Coup? Anything about how we can move forward from this moment?
Well, from this moment, I think I would move forward. Well, I know I would move forward with standing up for what's right, standing in solidarity with the people who needs the help, standing with the immigrants, with the unfortunate, and then they're cutting back Medicaid, they're cutting back food stamp, which that doesn't affect me, but it affects so many people around me. And a lot of people who thought it wouldn't affect them, it's coming home to roost. See, and that's what you got to pay attention to.
Support this critically important on-the-ground reporting as a Status Coup member and get great perks. Become a member right here.
The dark cloud of tyranny has swept over our nation, and it is time for good people of good conscience to stand up and push back. Stand up and fight back. When we stand together, when we fight together, we win. I am Elder Kirsten John Foy, and the president and CEO of the Arc of Justice. We are a national civil rights organization.
Excellent. And why did you think it was important to show up here today for immigrant rights in New York City?
I think it's important for those of us who have struggled through the civil rights movement, struggled through Jim Crow, through chattel slavery, to recognize that the same spirit that oppressed black people in the 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th century is the same spirit that is seeking to oppress immigrants in the 21st century. And we can't stand idly by and let the spirit of Jim Crow resurrect itself and now target an entirely different community without us standing with them. We would be abdicating our moral responsibility as a community. We'd be abdicating our political interest. And it's important that we stand up and we affirm our unity and our brother and sisterhood with all communities, whether they were born in this country or they came to this country. We are all human beings, and we are all endowed with certain unalienable rights. And those rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we have seen those rights eroded and indeed snatched away from us. And we can't stand by idly and not speak out. You know, Dr. King famously said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that was true indeed in the 20th century. In the 21st century, injustice anywhere against anyone is a threat to justice everywhere and everyone. And we must stand up and fight.
It's just despicable what's going on in this country. And people that don't have relatives, or they don't know what can happen to them. Until it happens to them, it won't hit home. Until someone gets taken from their home for no reason, with no due process, it just won't be real for them. But I know it's real.
So I'm sorry, if you don't mind my asking, your family has been affected by the disappearances?
By the immigration process. I was in immigration for like 9 years straight. Obviously, the regulations have to be rewritten. Every case is very specific to that individual. And I have children. Their fathers from another country. I have to worry about my children's safety right now. And we're U.S. citizens, so it's horrible. I can't imagine my other brothers and sisters in this country who came here trying to make a life and are impacted by all this. So,
yeah, I mean,
this is what it is. It's it's a concentration camp. He's not fooling anyone. It's despicable.
Oh, he's fooling some people.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, John, the camera guy, and I, we were out there almost a couple of weeks ago now, I want to say. We were not able to get in, but, you know, we were out there talking to people who were protesting. We've been on the story. I spoke with an immigration lawyer yesterday who, you know, one of her clients is at Alligator Alcatraz. She was having a hard time even being able to reach them. I mean,
this has been going on. Even when he ripped the children away from their families. Parents are still separated from their children.
And how can they?
Everyone's missing.
Yeah.
It's like, where is everyone?
How can they call them illegals when they're pulling them out of courtrooms? And how can they call them lazy when they're pulling them off their jobs? It's like it's all just for show. It's all just somebody to hate. You always need somebody to point the finger at of the blame. You know, and the real blame is at the very top. It's not at the bottom. It's at the top.
It's racism, yeah. And it's hate. That's what it is.
They had the nerve to put a black man in the presidency. That's what this is all about. Yeah.
You feel like this is where a lot of this is stemming from?
Yeah, that's where it started. I think that's where it started because we had the nerve to have people in the Senate and Congress answer to a black man. But I think it started way before that. It started during Reagan with the you know, the religion getting into the politics, and they had their own agenda. It's all about control. And they just need to get everybody to hate one group of people to rally them. But it's all BS, you know.
I mean, it does seem like we are going backwards. Everyone that I've spoken to today, you know, again, we are here in remembrance of John Lewis. It's also 11 years ago today, Eric Garner was murdered in New York City. So we're here in remembrance of both of those people. And again, it's a national day of action in support of good trouble, which is John Lewis's phrase. A lot of people, not a lot of people, basically everyone that I've spoken to has said, like, we are going backwards.
Yeah.
People are citing...
Have to start paying attention. They have to pay attention, not just read, watch TV. You got to pay attention. Look at all the different newses and all the different medias, not just one, because the truth is out there. So.
All right. Do you guys have any final thoughts that you would want to add for viewers of Status Coup about how you've both been affected by the, you know, immigration policies of Donald Trump?
Like I said, I was in immigration court for 9 years. They definitely need to rewrite the laws. And people have to get involved. We have to stick up for each other. We have to stand by our brothers and sisters, get involved. Because they're going to come after you. Sooner or later, you're going to be the target. Okay? This is just one group of people. You know, every week it's a different group of people that's under attack. And sooner or later, they're going to come for everyone.
Citizens. I mean, even just to say it in jest, coming out of the mouth of the president, that's pretty scary. But her ex-husband, her children's father, we were having panic attacks because he was called into court. But thank God he's in New York. Yeah, we were losing sleep. We didn't know if and he had to go by himself. He wasn't allowed to bring anybody with him, and luckily he did his, what is it, TOP?
No, he got his green card.
He got his green card. But if this was Texas or if this was some flyover state, it might not have had the same result. But luckily he was in New York. So maybe that has something to do with it, that he was able to leave and it wasn't a problem. But there are millions of men like him that are having different results when they're just trying to do the right thing and they're trying to show up yearly like they're supposed to. And they're not coming back out. Meanwhile, they've been here 10, 15 years. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I mean, I am so sorry to hear that that's what your family has gone through.
For now, he's good. Right, for now, he's good. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't feel safe at all. I don't feel safe at all. Not for my children either. I don't feel safe.
I mean, we have seen people with political opinions that the administration does not agree with, you know, essentially disappeared because of that, even though they are legal citizens of this country. So, I mean, anyone with a green card, it doesn't mean the same thing that it used to.
Right. And it's not even about politics at this point. It's about morals and it's about being human. Politics it's not even a politics. It's about control. It's about hate. It's about morals. It's about inhumanity. That's their political stance at this point. What the worst they can do, they're doing it. It's like, I don't even know how they sleep at night. I don't know how they sleep at night. That was what I was just going to say. I mean, we saw Geo Group owns Delaney Hall in New Jersey, which is the immigration detention facility that Mayor Ross Baraka was arrested at. Core Civic runs another facility also in New Jersey, very close to Delaney Hall. You follow the money. It's always somebody's always making money.
Yeah, I mean, Geo Group in particular, like, they are set to make $60 million in revenue each year from the operation of Delaney Hall. So, like, just so that people kind of, like, understand what that means, that means that they are making $60 million a year on detaining people. Right. And we know that these facilities are, we heard about Alligator Alcatraz. People are being, according to reports, people are being fed once a day, spoiled food.
Selling merch. Like, they're not making enough money. They're selling merch off the pain and suffering of other humans.
Yeah, and I guess I would just say, it is racism. It's for sure racism, but there's another layer to it. They are able to, people in, at the top are able to exploit people's racism to make money, and it just adds another layer of cruelty.
What has an immigrant ever done to you? Have they not given you a raise because you asked for a raise? No, it's your multimillionaire boss that wouldn't give you a raise and makes you work 10 hours a day, Immigrants never did anything to you. I've never been screwed over by an immigrant. I've been screwed over by plenty of millionaires, though.